Hello everybody, my name is Joe. Welcome back to DIY Diecast, and this is the Hot Wheels and Diecast Collector Show with Joe, episode number 22. And I'm pretty sure about that, absolutely. Alright, got a lot of great stuff to go over in this episode. Got a bunch of new to my collection, not necessarily new diecast, but there are a lot of main lines that I picked up at an antique show last weekend. So yeah, they sell Hot Wheels at antique shows too. Who knew? Got the NASCAR pick of the week. We do that in the weekly collector show, and the also the What Is It Anyway segment. We are still running with that, and I have a car. We will take a look at it together. It's quite different than your normal diecast, and we'll try to decide together, what the heck is it? Alright, got a lot of great new projects coming up and some upcoming videos. We'll also cover those. All that and more. Let's get started. Alright, these are the great mainline vehicles that I added to my collection this week. I'll go ahead and show you a few, and then we'll stop and check out something else, and then we'll get back to it, and we'll try to get through everything here as quick as we can. Got a lot to go through this show. Alright, first up, it is the Hot Wheels Mainline Subaru BRZ, and I'll hold that in the camera where you can actually see it. Fantastic decals on that. Got the exaggerated shark tail spoiler on the back, and I am not even mad at those wheels on this thing for a mainline. Got a great wide body kit on this car, an absolutely knockout addition to my collection. If you don't have this Subaru, this thing is hot. You got to get it. Alright, this one is a lot of fun. A lot of people didn't even know this thing existed. It is, yes, you are looking at that correctly. It is the Hudson Hornet. It's not the Cars version, but this is the Hot Wheels version of the Hudson Hornet in the mainline. HW flames at that. It also has the flames down the side. Peculiar gold plating on the bumper and the grille and the wheels. I don't remember that from the Hudson Hornet, but still a very, very cool car. If you missed out on this one was released in 2015, and as far as I'm concerned, a must-have to go back and get for your mainline collection. Alright, so you know, I buy just about every truck I come across that I don't have, and this one's not that crazy special. I just didn't have it. And it is, of course, the Hot Wheels Mainline Ford F-150 in the, what does that say on there? Okay, it definitely says Marcus. We got the M for Marcus. It is so small, there's no way I can read that. It's Marcus something. Anyway, didn't have it. Pretty neat white and orange graphics there. I don't know. I like it. I'll probably wheel swap it. And just had to have it for $1. Oh yes, and I should mention, I did not pay more than $2 for any of these cars. Most of them were $2. Some of them were $1, but no more than $2, and I can't remember which is which, but got a really good deal on these, I think. This one, check that out. What? It's the Lumina van, absolutely. Isn't that very Aerostar-ish? From a different company, of course, the Ford Aerostar, and then you had the Chevy Lumina. But it's the Lumina van. I said aluminum. It's the Lumina van. And they also had the Lumina car, if you remember. And what a great realistic casting for them to offer us. I want to show you something else and see if it kind of reminds you of, oh yeah, look how much that looks like the classic Beach Blaster, the classic Black Balls car, vintage Beach Blaster. They are so similar. Slight difference in the windows there. The overall body style, very close. And just two great vintage vans and great mainline offerings for your mainline collection. Alright, now we'll get back to these. We got to finish those up for sure. I want to show you something in case you missed it this week. Of course, I'm always doing wheel swaps and dropping those in shorts videos. So if you're not watching my shorts videos, this is what you missed this week. I swapped out a mainline version of the Hot Wheels VW Beetle, kind of in that rust oxide primer flat brown color with the flames, and I put chose a very premium set of real rubber white ball custom tires and rims. They're just perfect for this car in my opinion. Look at that. They hang out just the right length. The tread is beautiful on these things. Love the white walls. And I don't know. I'm very happy with that. I don't know any other wheels that I would like better on that. And then last week, the week before last, I wheel swapped the Volkswagen, was it the T2, T12? I forget exactly, but it's the truck version of the Volkswagen van. Put them real rubber tires and the 5 stars on there. Then after I got both of these done, I had an idea. So in an upcoming video, you are going to see where I fashioned some kind of a rollback body so that I can display my Beetle on my wheel swapped T2 or T12. Sorry about that. I wish I could remember which one it was. How slick would those two look together? Got to get me a platform on there and make that happen. Very nice. Hey, and don't miss those shorts. You're missing this kind of stuff. Lots of great wheel swaps. They only last about 30 seconds. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe and you'll get a notification every time I drop a new one. Alright, I'm back. And that's because it's story time, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell you a story about something that happened to me while I was shopping at a Dollar General this week. Of course, I was shopping for DIECAST, Hot Wheels cards and whatnot. And let me start like this, okay? If you've been following the show, and I guess only if you've been following the show, you might know how I feel about treasure hunts and super treasure hunts, okay? I'm not a big fan. Just not. In my opinion, okay, it's just my opinion, they are wheel swapped mainlines. That's it. And some people would argue with me that that's not true. They're also very limited edition, and that's why we pay more for them, okay? My answer to that is, at one time, they were very limited edition. No, there aren't as many of them produced as mainlines today, but there's a way more than there was back in 1995, 1996, the first year that they were released. Because there's only one per case. And if there's only one per case, this hobby has grown so much over the past 15, 20 years that they started doing the treasure hunts, that the number of cases they've been cranking out have went up and up and up and up, okay? A lot of you guys are upset at the scalpers. A lot of you guys are very upset with the scalpers. I've shared in previous videos how I feel about scalpers. My opinion about scalpers is that if you're the kind of person that wants to collect treasure hunts, you really want to collect them because they're worth money, right? Okay? So they wouldn't be worth as much money as they are if scalpers weren't out there making them even near impossible to find anymore. That just drives the price up. Until 3 or 4 years later, when that treasure hunt starts to get a few years on it and the scalpers can't sell them for the premium money anymore, what happens? They dump them on eBay in big groups. You'll get like 10, 12 of the same treasure hunt car in a lot, and they're like making an offer. They just can't sell them anymore for the premium money, and they want to dump them and get on to the next thing. All that money you paid for them, you could have waited a couple years and got 12 of them for the same price or less. And that's a fact. Go on eBay and check it out if you don't believe it. So anyway, I caught you up on my opinion on that. I was at a Dollar General, and I'll say this first. It's rough times when even the scalpers are being scalped, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what I'm getting ready to tell you about. These scalpers even have it rough out here these days. So if you know a scalper out there, take him to lunch or something, because they got it rough. You know, try to lift their spirits. Do whatever you can, because I'm telling you, the scalpers are being scalped. It's rough all the way around. I was at a Dollar General this week, and I was the only one in this store as far as customers go. A couple employees in there. Being the only one in this store, it was so quiet in there that you could literally hear the just the buzzing and the humming of the fluorescent lights in the ceiling. It was that quiet in there. Anyway, I'm in the Hot Wheels aisle. I'm looking around. When I headed to that store, I never look for treasure hunts. When I go to any place, really, I just don't expect to find them, so I don't even look for them. And I got used to that. I'm looking for great main lines I don't have, and I'm going through all the pegs. And have you ever been someplace and just felt like eyeballs are burning right through you? And so I turned around real quick. There's a Dollar Tree employee. And as soon as she seen me turn around and look at her, she started doing stuff like she wasn't just totally staring me down. So then she walks down the aisle and goes away. And I continue to look at the main lines on the pegs, and I think, man, that was weird. What was that all about? Well, a couple minutes later, remember, it was so quiet in the store, I can hear on the other side of the shelf talking to an employee that's in the next aisle stocking the pegs. She tells the other employee, hey, one of those Hot Wheels guys are here. And so I know it's me, right? I'm the only one in this store still, as far as I know. And I'm definitely the only one looking at Hot Wheels, that's for sure. So I stop what I'm doing and I listen. And she goes, well, he ain't gonna find nothing, because if they want to be greedy, I'll just take them all. And I got the one. What does that mean? And I was sitting there and I was like, am I greedy? What am I doing that's greedy? What is she talking about? I put two and two together. I've heard this has happened. I've heard it's happening. I've seen a lot of videos where people are telling you about experiences they've had with employees in all the different stores, not just the Dollar Tree or the Family Dollar. These people, the employees that work there now, have caught on to the treasure hunts that are in these cases. They don't even care about Hot Wheels. They don't collect them. It means nothing to them except for they found out they're worth money. Now they are taking them out of the cases even before the scalpers can get out of bed to go get them before you can go get them. Now, I don't know how you feel about that, but just that with everything else about treasure hunts, just in my opinion being wheel swapped mainline cars, it's all too scandalous. It's not going to stop until you quit buying them. Okay? The market is not going to restore itself to the exciting times back when they started out, when you used to be able to go to the store in hopes that you might find one, and every once in a while you could. But I don't know. That's just my little story. If you didn't think it happened, I was there, and that's exactly what happened. This woman was definitely telling the other one, she was assuming I was one of them Hot Wheels guys looking for the treasure hunts. And she was bragging to her coworker, well, he ain't gonna find it because I already took it, if they want to be greedy. So they even know what scalpers are and what that's all about. Thought you might find that interesting. Now let's get back to checking out some more DIECAST. Is what it is. Alright, so we're back into a few of these main lines here. I want to show you this one here. Let's go ahead and get this one. No, not that one. This one. Yeah, this one. Picked this one up this week. There it is. It is, of course, the 59 Chevy. Beautiful casting. Absolutely gorgeous. If you've been following along, You've seen those great lowriders I make with the fully adjustable suspensions and everything with all the working hydraulics on it. This will likely be my next lowrider build. So look for that in a upcoming episode soon. I can't wait to do it. This doesn't need paint. It doesn't need anything. It just needs wheel swapped and the hydraulics put on it. And I can't wait to do it. Now I have another version of the same Impala. And I don't know. I'm thinking about painting this one. Leave a comment in the comments. Should I paint it or should I just do the hydraulics on it too? It's definitely getting hydraulics, just like the other one, and a wheel swap. But I don't know about the paint. I don't know. Maybe it ain't too bad. Let me know what you think. Alright, and speaking of paint, this is the 76 Greenwood Corvette that I picked up. Very, very wild body kit. Check out the vents on the back of that. Very, very wild Greenwood body kit on this Corvette. Those graphics gotta go. I do not even know what that is. I don't even like the wheels. I just love this this Greenwood body kit Corvette. I bought this to paint. I am definitely going to paint this. And while I'm on the topic of paint and things that are coming up, because this is definitely coming up as a paint build, I've got some other ones to show you while I'm at it. Okay, so right here, got 3 cars almost ready to go. Got the paint stripped down on them. Yes, this is the Toyota Celica. You know, the off-road racing casting there. Pikes Peak, that's it. It's the Pikes Peak Celica. Got that all taken apart. It has a fantastic interior. I want to show you this while I have it open. Check out the interior on the Pikes Peak Celica. It's got that roll cage in there. I'll be painting that and painting in some details on the one seat that is in it. Yep, it's a race car. Only one need for a seat. And yeah, I'm going to do some interior painting on that. And going to paint the body, of course. And I have a color in mind for it. This will be coming up in a upcoming episode. It's kind of showing you what's coming along down the road here. That's the first one. Alright, next. This is a Tomica van. Chevy van, of course, in the cargo style. Classic old school Chevy body style. It's almost stripped down. I gotta run my wire wheel on them and do a little touch up before it gets ready for paint. But definitely gonna paint this guy. And I'm thinking about lifting it. I like my old Chevy vans lifted on some big 4x4 wheels and tires. And this right here is what I had in mind. These real rubber with fantastic tread. Basically black trailer wheels. Think about lifting this guy up and putting those on there. What do you think? Have you ever seen anybody go through the trouble to restore a Tomica van in that detail? I think it's going to be fantastic. And look for this in a upcoming episode as well. And the next one, of course, it is the classic Chevrolet C10 step side. Almost stripped down. You can see a little bit yellow on there. All these cars had a really beat up paint job. I got them out of them like quarter a piece things at a yard sale or something. They're just perfect for buying them when you want to do projects. And so, got a paint job in an upcoming video coming on this one as well. Haven't decided on the suspension and the wheels yet. Maybe we'll just lift that too. Man, that looks pretty tough. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should we go up or down once I get this one painted? And look for this one, of course, to see what it ends up being in an upcoming episode as well. Alright, I am definitely getting my steps in today. Boy, I could use some editing skills so I could edit that part out when I'm running back and forth between the camera. it's just as easy to, if you guys don't mind so much, just to keep running back and forth, I guess. Alright, so the paint jobs that I'm going to do on this car, okay? And I'm trying to do something a little bit different here. I do want to give you a preview of what's to come in upcoming episodes of the show. I'm going to get into a lot more customizations. I've been showing off a lot of diecast in the previous 180 shows or whatever, with a lot of hydraulic builds, some lifts and stuff like that, but now it's time to get into the painting. I do all of the different aspects of customizations, and I'm really excited to show you all of the great things that you can do with your diecast. And so I ordered something very special for when I paint these cars, and I will be doing an unboxing video of what is in this package that I just received in the mail about a week ago. Really wanted to get to it already, just couldn't find the time. But in an upcoming video as well, I will be doing an unboxing video of what is in this, and to give you a hint, this is what I'm going to paint those cars with. Yes, everything I need to paint Hot Wheels is in this little package. Believe it or not, this is not new. Lots of customizers already have been doing this. What's in this box is very, very cheap, very simple, easy to use, very portable, and it replaces about $200 of airbrush equipment that I already have with a major compressor and everything. It's upcoming. Very excited to get to that one. The sooner, the better. Alright, let's go ahead and get the what the heck is it portion of our video over with. Selected a very fun one. It's in my hand here, and I'll bring it up behind the camera. We'll take a look at it together, and we'll try to decide what the heck is it anyway. Should be fun. Alright, here I come. Alright, we've been looking at some Tomica. We've been looking at some no-name stuff that just says China on the bottom. This time, we're going to look at a Hot Wheels what the heck is it anyway. Hey, well, I got my hand like this, it just made me think about something. There we go. What the heck is it anyway? Alright, what is it? Come on, spit it out. Alright. It is, it's awful. Probably very much fun if you're a child, and that's what this was intended for play, not so much for collectors. But this is the Hot Wheels, oh, it does have a name on it. Okay, let me see. This is the Speed Spider. Okay, it's definitely a plastic-bodied Spider with some wheels on it. Probably pretty fast on the track. Looks like it has those great track wheels on it. Nothing I want to add to my collection. I always end up with crazy stuff like this when I buy out collections. It just has to be dealt with. I don't know what I'm going to do with a lot of this stuff, but it's mixed up in there when I buy people's collections for my collection. And there it is. So it's the, what is it anyway? It's definitely a Spider. And while I got you, this would be a good time to tell you, if you are not subscribed to my channel, there's a good chance that while you are asleep, a spider is going to crawl on your face. Okay? I don't know for certain that that's going to happen, but it could, right? My question for you is that a chance you're willing to take? So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Don't miss out on any of these upcoming great videos that I'm talking to you about. And while you're there, you can check out so much diecast content that's already in the history of my channel. You don't want to miss any of it. So subscribe. Alright, let's check out some more of these great mainlines. Look at that. What? The Hot Wheels Vintage Flamethrower Series. Oh yeah, what is that? I think, is it a Nissan? Is it a Toyota? I bet it's a Toyota. I think it's some kind of Toyota Land Cruiser, 4Runner of some kind. does it say on the bottom? They just call this one, I don't know, there's not even a name on it. They just call it the 4 by Flames. Maybe that's all it was known. Well, not all of them would have had flames. There's lots of different variations of this anyway. Very, very classic casting. I've seen it in all kinds of different colors and decal schemes. If you collect the 4-wheel drives or you're a Toyota fan, gotta have this vintage for your collection. Let's switch it up. Here is a Matchbox 1975 Opel Kadett. It is the GTE, CGTE. Let me get the full name in there for you. Alright, lots of letters. Learn our alphabet. Great colored in headlight details. I like that color. It's a mint green, kind of a little bit darker. Check out the back. Okay, we got different multi-colors, making the taillights look very accurate and correct. And Kadett, we got license plate, says Kadett C. Fantastic addition for your collection. Alright, how about a Lotus Cortina? Yes, you can still find this one on the pegs as of today. I picked this one up knowing it was a newer one. I probably could even bought it at the store, but there it was at the show. Got it for $1 or $2, can't remember. I like this color variation. It's different. Got the 71 Racing number on it. That's the word I'm looking for. And hate the wheels. The wheels got to go. My least favorite Hot Wheels wheels. You know this if you've been following the show. I'm going to take these off this car and burn them so that there's no chance they ever end up on another car again. Hot Wheels, you should have never done this. Alright, now let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone in some great, great cars. Now look here. It's the 59 Cadillac. Of course. 2 different variations of it. My favorite cars in the whole wide world are Cadillacs. I drive a Cadillac for my daily driver. I'd rather have some models of the Cadillac than I would a Lamborghini in real life. And that is true. Absolutely love vintage Cadillacs. Both of these card number 266. And look at the fantastic black walls, white walls on that very metallic purple. Fins for days on these beautiful Cadillacs. Great white interior with those white walls. I love it. I want every variation that I can find. Let me know what you think about these 59 Cadillacs in the comments. Do you seek them out as well? And a closer look at the other one. Here's great lowrider material here. That paint job with those decals just screams, lower me, put hydraulics on me. So I will oblige. In an upcoming video, we got to put hydraulics on this one. Alright, one more mainline to get through. Then we'll do the NASCAR pick of the week, and that should wrap it up. Alright, we got this beautiful 67 Camaro. I've got to get this one out because it's very special. X-Ray Cruiser Series. Alright, there's a great close-up look. Isn't that cool? It has the stats and the build details written on the sides of it with information about the 67 Camaro, how it was built. There's a great X-ray view of the top view of the engine. There is the driveline from the top. Fantastic. I love the X-Ray series. And you get a mainline with moving parts in the X-Ray series. Yes, that is a fantastic opening hood with that classic stamp. This is vintage now. Engine in there. It is great. What a great thing when you can pick up a mainline with moving parts in the X-Ray series for that beautiful 67 Camaro. Alright, and in the weekly show, another segment that I do is the NASCAR Pick of the Week. Let's close out the show with that. Here it is. It is the fantastic White Knuckle Racing brand Mark Martin number 6 Valvoline car. And Mark Martin, of course, a an old school NASCAR driver. I can remember him when I was a big NASCAR fan, and we're talking Mark Martin through the late 80s and all through the 90s at least, and I think he even goes back way farther than that, but that's as much as I can remember. White Knuckle Racing, there were as many different brands putting out racing collectibles, far more than there are regular diecast brands. Everybody was trying to cash in on NASCAR when it was at its peak. Diecast was selling at premium prices. This is another example of that in the Mark Martin number 6 Valvoline car. And that is our NASCAR pick of the week. I hope I'm getting that in there for you. Sorry, I can't see when I'm not behind the camera. That will do it for this show. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope that you enjoy some of the things that I've shown you that are upcoming in upcoming videos. If you're not subscribed, this is what you're going to miss. And if you are subscribed, you're going to get notified when these videos of these upcoming projects drop. I have lots of great content in my library for you to check out, and I just hope that you will, and that we'll see you in the next video. Appreciate your time watching. Till then, see you next week.